and welcome back to Coffee Talk. It's been a while since I've streamed. I've had a significant amount of things happen in my life recently. The most major of which coming out to my family and dealing with the fallout from that. And basically trying to getting to the point of feeling like I'm worth it and getting to figure out what I'm going to say to my family whenever I started thinking about that. And so the streaming basically took a very huge break because of that, but I'm back now and everything is kind of over, in the sense of me having to deal with being stuck, dealing with my family's treatment of me and how they saw me as, someone who could possibly, be a part of their religion, and I just couldn't do it anymore because, one, yes, I am gay. Two, I couldn't, forgive for, especially with what my dad did to me, for so many years, and refused to say sorry, and just seeing him getting rewarded within their religion, I just couldn't take it anymore, and so, yeah. But, enough about me. I'm getting better now, and I'm going to be getting back into streaming, much more, now, so in that way, hopefully, eventually that's my goal, is to make streaming like a full-time job for me. So in that way, I don't have to, worry too much about working on someone else's time. But yeah. Anyway, let us continue. Phew. I think I'm done for the night. I hope everything will work out for everyone. Oh, this was the end of the previous one. Black lemon, a perfect, if unlikely, combination of sour and bitter. I'm gonna have to basically get used to all of the voices I did for everyone beforehand, because it's been so long. Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. And I came prepared because I have something to drink. Help keep my throat wet so I can do these voices. The Evening Whispers. Lunar Cell Panel prototype ready for first test. Newcomer Progressive Elven Metal Band Avathor tops US music chart. World Golem Culture Center grand opening to be held in due time. Oh, hold on. Gotta look at my Tomodachi. Dinner with my team. You wanna share a normal schedule? Oh, I don't have to click on it and open it anymore. Like a chill. I'm taking it easy day. Self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too. Oh, excuse me. Lucas Sun last night was wild. Ever had nothing. Alright. Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up, and the weather's being quiet. It's like a good night to listen to some stories. Oh, snap. Good evening, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Gallo. Nice to see you two. How did it go at the hospital today? Well, it was fine, except I was a little exhausted. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again? No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starters, my Fury's giving me a hard time. Your Fury? Is it the full moon already? No, but I sometimes get pre-Fury symptoms. pre-fury symptoms? Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for fury, and that changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask. I'm turning on my fan because it's getting pretty hot, so I apologize if you're able to hear it. But it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Small but annoying. That doesn't sound pleasant. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual, and a bit crankier as well. Is there a drink that could help you with that? I never found one, but if anyone can come up with it, it's you, not boss. Since Galahad can soothe your fury, maybe it would work pre-fury as well? Maybe, but I think it'd need to be more relaxed. Like a Galahad, but with no caffeine and maybe blue? So a Galahad would be... It's tea, milk, and ginger, but there's no caffeine, so... No caffeine and maybe blue. So how about milk, ginger, and I know. How about blue pea, milk, and ginger? Gala tea. I have an item now. There we go. Here you go. A gala tea for you. Ooh. Did I become better friends? Yes. Now I have the gala tea. Do you come up with these names on the spot, Nobos? No, it takes a bit of soul searching to tailor it to the situation and so on. That almost makes it sound like you know in advance what we're going to order. Call it a sixth sense. Right, let's see how your sixth sense tastes. Wow, this is excellent. Exactly what I needed. Very happy to hear that. What's with the long looks, you two? Did something happen? Actually, not, boss. Guess I've just come out with it. I need your help. My help? Come on, it wasn't that bad. No, I was so tired today I nearly fell asleep on the job. Ugh. But most importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this, and I'm getting worried. There's nothing to worry about. You say that, but then you spend entire nights looking miserable. No advice I come up with is good enough. And Hyde, I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when Fury's about to hit. I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all? You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one, lying on the sofa staring at the ceiling. It was so gloomy it sucked the color out of the room. It's not the first time either, it's a constant these days. Please help me help him, not boss. I'm at my wit's end. Mr. Hyde? Fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Or I would be if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old, and I've never been this bored in my entire life. Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying that how old that is in other species years. Eyes on the prize, not boss. Intervention first, gossip later. My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde? My job. What was that? My job! Hey, no need to shout. Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs. But modeling stopped being fun ages ago. You did mention something like that last time. You are trying to leave modeling behind then. Yeah. Is there a specific reason for that? It's all just so brief. Back when I started modeling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well-made, and versatile. Some campaigns that I featured stayed on the billboards for months. And I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with their wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories. But then social media came and it all became disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign, the brand posts it online, and it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in, and everything's forgotten. Blink, and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there. Isn't that changing these days, though, with slow fashion and the like? That's true, and people are getting into vintage clothes too. I salute that. But the reality of my job remains the same. What about your fans? You have so many people following you. You mentioned that last night, and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond. So are you saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark? Maybe so. But it would be nice if I did something that people remembered. That became a part of their lives in a real way. You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who always remember you? Ah, I see where this is going. He wants to leave a mark on everything, in the world, but Gala wants him to not push himself too far, and to remember it's not always, you don't have to gain the approval of everyone in, the world, or gain a giant following when you have people close to you who actually truly do love you and care about you. I can see that. It's not the same thing. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference. No, thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts? Did you mistake me for a hard-working vampire? Do you see what I'm dealing with, Not Boss? It does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde? Yeah, that sounds good. Just make me something I like. Anything you've seen me enjoy recently or when we first met? Okay, so what did he like? Wasn't it blue that he liked? Anything you've seen me enjoy recently or when we first met? Zobo? Doesn't he like Zobo? No. Hang on, I'm looking this up. I know I said I wouldn't be looking at anything, but I want to get this specific one right between Gala and what's his name? Hyde. No, it is Zobo. though, Mr. Hyde. He seems to like this well enough. Jahid Tobruk. Nice, now, boss. And you lost your bet, Hyde. A bet? When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about it. And I bet you could remember what he liked, even if he gave you no instructions. So now I get to say that I was right. And Hyde gets to buy me dinner. At a place of my choosing. Ugh. Aww, let's go. Oh, and he's 3. In fact, I've been Blood Silver for 10 years. I'm currently a model, past stock trader, entrepreneur, venture capitalist. And apparently it's new, apparently to me, it's Jahid Tobruk. Oh yeah, that's right, that's from the first game, was Jahid Tobruk. I believe. You're going to pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? You know it. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Gao? Let's see. You say it, Hyde. He's won every single one of the bets we've ever made. Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with money I'm saving on food. Just rub it in my face, why don't you? Just rub it in my face, why don't you? I'm trying to go for a French accent with him, but I know I'm failing horrifically with it. Oh, hi everyone. Hey, Lua. Hi, Lua. Hey, Lua. Hold on, let me see. Let me get a video on a French accent. Okay, apparently I was starting to get there, but I was failing horrifically, so... Hi, Dua. Busy night, I see. Hi, Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. That's good. And I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I wanted to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. But we ended up fighting with Baileys instead. There's a story? Hey, guys up! You must be getting bored of our arguments. It's alright. They're kind of fun to watch. It's alright. They're kind of fun to watch. How are things going with you, by the way? Let me just order before I answer. If that's alright, now, boss? Of course, what would you like? I spent the whole day taking in meetings and presentations, so I have a bit of a sore throat. Is there anything you'd recommend for that? Definitely something with lemon and honey. Sounds great. I love a lemon and honey drink. Then please. Well, like, Okay, well, but there's a whole bunch of lemon and honey, and I don't know if I should go for tea or surely it would have to, and you would need to be tea. Lemon and honey drink. So tea, lemon, honey. Midsummer Night's Dream? Is that what I should do? Hold on. Okay, so I'm just gonna look this up. Lemon honey chocolate. So chocolate and honey. At least I know what Midsummer's Night Dream is. There you go, some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery. Thanks, Dr. Napas. Ah, this is truly lovely. Just what I needed. That's great to hear. My company's trying to get a big contract. So I've been organizing meetings with everyone, making sure it's all going to plan. That sounds pretty tough. Hey, Nogi, what's up, baby? Oh, yeah, baby. Who's your cool with your kitten? You're cool with a 4-year-old kitten who's still a kitten because Meg couldn't get out of kittenhood until they were 5 years old. Little fluff nugget. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. What do you want? I know. I just gave you attention this morning. A whole bunch of attention. Can't get enough attention. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making. A part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gavin, you've probably gathered that Vi and I have been fighting. Yeah, and Hyde told me a little bit about it, too. Right, well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days. And honestly, it's done me a lot of good. The thing is, I know Vi means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like, and I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me, but I get annoyed instead. And then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed. I know exactly how that feels. Which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know. Well, it'd be easier if we always acted rationally. If we only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons. But things aren't that simple, are they? That's true. Although I guess if you figured out what actually annoys you, it would help. That's the problem. I'm not sure. At first I thought I was tired or worried. The decision making at my job is taking a toll for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organizing things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Vi to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that though. But I'm realizing that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Vi. But the way we're planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. There are always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns and they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great. This is what I want. Now it all just feels more and more off to me. Why don't you tell your fiance that? What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget? That's up to you, to how you communicate it, isn't it? Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much. You all know that. This is supposed to be our special day, a way to celebrate our partnership. Ryan wants to honor that. He'll feel awkward if he thinks I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him. I swear, you and your elf are well matched. You always worry so much about what others think. Instead of working out your own wants and needs. You do realize that's the important bit, right? I mean, generally, yes, I get that, but how does it apply here? What do you think it means to honor your partnership? To celebrate it properly, for starters. Right? And who are you in that partnership with? I believe you met him. You've met him, the blonde guy with the puppy eyes? Right, I'm glad you remember that, because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friends who got married. And the strangers who put the wedding pictures online. This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers at fast food joints. Have it in trainers at a fast food joint, if that's what you like. That way you can also take the budget out of the equation. A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it properly yours. If you make it feel properly yours. I still want a pretty outfit and decent food. Thank goodness. But point well taken. It's just my family might have certain expectations. Oh, there it goes. Did they openly say that? No. Then maybe they do. Maybe they just think they do. Or maybe they just think they do. Or that, yeah, think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's about to become your family? You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone, or to fight with them or anything. But you shouldn't put their needs above your own. I really shouldn't, should I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde. My pleasure. Nice, Hyde. Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist. Him. I don't know about that, because sometimes he's very, blunt. Geez, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say it. I might become a couples counselor, but I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful for that. Are you looking to change careers, Hyde? He's bored of modeling. Finds it too impermanent, wants to leave a mark, wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary. Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you can make modeling fun again? I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago. What happened then? I was modeling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got to the studio, logged the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup. Then, then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I hadn't seen one like it since the 60s. My granddad has an old black and silver camera with two lenses. Was it something like that? Yep, exactly like that. Like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light of the light. And also because it was a slower experience. Something that would allow us to connect more. At first I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual posing, switching, posing some more. But something felt different. Then I realized what it was. Most of the time we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that. Is that unusual? Yep. Most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing, and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time. We got kind of friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposures. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then she suggested I come with her to her dark room. Watch how she developed the pictures, how they came out. You did always have a fondness for dark places. Comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know, a me I could recognize. But that's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame, working each picture through the chemical baths, hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait, when she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera, and it was the first time she really liked the portrait someone took of her. I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales, or to launch into soppy monologues, really. Just forget it. No, I think it's a beautiful story. And it gives me an idea, I think, of another career for you. Please share, Lua. You'd be doing both of us a solid. Go on, Zen. Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently. But apparently, film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said. It captures the lights beautifully. And it's more personal. It's a more personal, slower approach. Excuse me. Hey, Logan. Oh, come on. I know you want attention. And all the other cats are asleep. I know. You want cuddles? You want cuddles? You want to come over here and cuddle? Come on, baby. I know you want cuddles. There's some more personal stuff. Maybe you could try that? Who, me? No, the other vampires who's looking for a new line of work. I think you've got the wrong guy here. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding makes me gives me cavities, let alone several for months. Well, forget about it then. No. Don't forget about it at all. It'd be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental. And you love to tap people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids' drama and offend the parents. But most importantly, you do something for these people that they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. You're assuming they want to get divorced. I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Laura. It's alright. I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life. That career in the Mafia is really looking up. You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay? Yeah, alright. That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde. And good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one. It will be. Good night, Lua. Good night, not boss. See you later. Good night, you two. There you go. Here we go again. Last one city. Indeed, proper night owls. He didn't say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right? He's tapping. That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. Sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you like being around people, don't you? I do sometimes, but I'm not a romantic. When people get married, they think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way, and the next thing, and then the next thing you know, I don't want to sound too depressing. So you don't believe in love? Of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone, to enjoy their company. You can do that. You can do that for years with friends, family, lovers. But at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one, not really. I'd know. The one time I tried, it really didn't work out. But do you regret trying? No, I guess I don't. It's confirmed for me that marriage and the like is never going to be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's given me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it willing to share their lives so closely, even for most of them, it won't pan out. There's something beautiful there, like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame, or flower bloom like it would never wilt. Well, in my case, I singed off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, for that minute when I said we'd be together forever, I meant it. I sure felt alive. If you know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating, and something worth helping other people celebrate. You're a tricksy one, not boss, and I'm too tired to fight your logic, which means it's time for me to head back. Of course, Mr. Hyde, and I meant to say I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. Oh, it's plenty comfortable for sure. Besides, well, oh. Guess where I am? Cause sure as hell I don't know. Haha. Tráeme es un paisage così che von chaman maschie het bergamaske quantulus et dasant et quasi prestes sulle lue degisment fantastic. Don't know what it means. It all boils down to this, doesn't it? The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness Gala is from a long-living species. Even then, he'll grow old before I do. Eventually. The world will change 100 times, technology will die out, new technologies will come. It will feel again the way I feel now, in a century maybe two. And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will. Am I right, Snappos? That is very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde. Hey! You've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little bit better. I suppose that's true. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. To continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here reaching for you. Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. So apparently in the previous game, if you got the perfect ending, apparently it breaks the fourth wall and it tells something that we know about something that we're somehow related to. Is it Silver? Is his name? No, I can't remember. Let's see. Yeah, Silver. That we're somehow related, and that we know that about something that we're here on something else, and that we might be here, forever and everything. And I think Hyde knows that to some degree, because the fact that he said you're still going to be here rooting for me means that he sees something, because he's very intuitive as well. And so he can definitely see that, especially considering that he's very long living, like he lives for centuries and centuries, and so he knows something about us. We will make sure it's not misplaced. I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to browse for some film cameras. Are you lost? What's the worst that can happen? Indeed. Take care of yourself, friend. And you as well. The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde, but some of us will. Yeah. Sweetheart latte, garnished with bits of rose petals. This latte is refreshing in both taste and appearance. Thursday, September 28th, 2023. Robots asked to give ultimate advice. Elven burnout is real, here's how to avoid it. New image recognition tech confuses gnomes with dwarves. A review. Oh, hold on. Pikachu. A girl always has her secrets. Looks on top of the morning to y'all, hungover but feeling awesome. Your list just spent almost 2 hours checking on the mobile games in the App Store. The amount of copycat games is just staggering. No delivery today, will resume tomorrow. I am going to be keeping it to 2 days, like per episode, 2 in-game days per episode. Um, so that way it's moving along, but not like I'm not getting tired of it because doing these voices does dry out my throat really, really fast. So I can only pretty much do 2 days before I'm starting to like notice my voice can't really keep up. Good evening. Officer, welcome. Big yawn.
Hey, no boss.
How are you doing? He's not doing too well. Officer?
Oh. Hey. Sorry. My mind is kind of elsewhere right now.
No worries. Work issues?
What else?
I'm all ears if you want to chat.
Heh. You're a pal. I'm in a real bind, boss.
What happened?
Well, never-ending workplace issues aside, things are getting weirder by the minute, and I'm feeling out of my depth.
Are you talking about your recent patrols?
Yeah. I've been analyzing
okay, I first started out with 2 high pitch and I need to go back lower.
I've been analyzing CCTV footage in the last couple of days.
Oh, I see. How did that go? The cameras managed to capture anything?
Yes and no. The infrareds caught a couple of blurry things. They ran off, turned a corner, and disappeared. Could have been anything like rats or cats, but neither fits what I heard on the scene. The footsteps, the laughter. Heh. Come to think of it, it sounded more like giggles.
Giggles? Can werebeasts giggle?
Not at that size, no. Even if they could, it doesn't explain footsteps, really.
I see. Oh. Do you know why the satires from France are more musical than the ones from America? Because they have French horns. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. Wow. I see. So what's next?
I have some ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. In short, I'm stoned. Boss. I've been racking my brain ever since Miss Mariona dropped that bomb about the fairies, you see.
Oh, what about them?
As it turns out, fairies was an umbrella term for many types of beings. Anything that didn't fit the known physical rules at the time was to be referred to as such.
Oh, Yeah. I don't know why I'm yawning. I got 10 hours of sleep last night. Does that mean banshees are part of the fairy folk?
Probably. Not anymore, though. It's an ongoing process, but the list is getting shorter. Back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. And that includes apparitions.
Apparitions?
Yes! Apparitions like... Ghosts! Ghosts!
Ghosts?
Ghosts!
I see.
What do you mean, I see?
Eh?
Doesn't it sound like a bad joke to you?
I'm not sure I follow.
But come on, ghosts don't exist. Do they? Because if they do, all I can think about is that damn tree now.
Ah, right, tree.
Does that mean it's haunted?
It could be.
Don't get how you can be so calm about this.
Huh? Well, why wouldn't I be? I mean, excuse me. I mean, there have been all sorts of customers here. Some of them are so out of this world, even. Sometimes literally.
Oh, you're right. I guess you're not the one who's being weird.
Don't say that. Everyone has their own peccadillos? Peccadillos? No, that's gotta be Spanish. Peccadillos?
True that.
If you don't mind telling me though. May I ask the reason you're so afraid of ghosts?
Gosh, no.
Yeah, see, like, right now I'm starting to get tired with the voices because I haven't done it in so long. Ugh. I need to stretch my lungs out, just... Ugh.
Gosh, no. That's a long story. Not something I'm ready to talk about anyway.
That's understandable.
All you need to know is my fear was never caused by actual ghosts.
Oh?
Suggestion is a very powerful thing, not boss. That's all I'm willing to share for now.
Okay, thanks for sharing.
You know, it's funny. My grandpa was very into this stuff. So is my daughter. They're like my opposites, very curious and fascinated by the unknown. Not that I'm not, mind you. It's just with my time as a cop and all, unknown variables usually mean trouble.
Oh yeah, because he needs his lighter and everything. I see. That makes sense.
They're the kind of people who could see things from nothing, and I mean that in the best way possible. Like, you know, the Zen rock garden thing from Japan. They understand the zeniness of it. I don't know, but that doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know.
I think you almost got it.
Yeah? Well, I'm sure he and my daughter could talk about it for hours. Too bad he passed away before she was born.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, B. On that note, nah, boss, you've seen my ladder, right?
I'd say I'm pretty well acquainted with it now, yes.
My bad. That thing was originally my grandpa's. He bought it sometime after the war ended. It was to commemorate the upcoming new era, he said. In more ways than one. He got honorably discharged due to a severe leg injury he'd never be able to recover from.
Ah.
At the time, he was living right across the street from the former town hall. For obvious reasons, he couldn't walk far, so it was a good location for him, with all the veteran support nearby and all.
Right?
Now, about that street, you see, my grandpa liked to chat. Never liked being alone, that guy. Plus, he pretty much hated his bleak room. So sometimes he'd go and hang out with the street vendors in front of his place. There were all kinds of beings there, along with their pets from all walks of life. That's why he had a lot of stories about the craziest things.
Ah, I see.
You see, the street's name just came to my mind last night. Can you take a guess what it is?
You mean...
Bourne Street. Uh-huh. It wasn't called that before, that's why the whole thing didn't click for me straight away. But I went through his files and it checks out.
Does that mean the vendors he was talking about?
Bingo. And you know what? He bought the lighter there.
Wow, what a coincidence.
Are you sure it's only a coincidence?
Wait, is he Georgie Bourne? Or is his grandpa name Bourne? Just Georgie. What do you mean?
Come on. Ain't no way there's just coincidences now, boss. Everything was lining up too perfectly, if you ask me.
Uh-oh.
Think about what's happened so far. It was my team that found out about the vandalism before they dumped the whole case on me. Then my car was hit out of everyone's.
Right?
Then my luck started tanking. The broken mug, the fan, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happening in the past week alone, you see.
Right?
Then one thing leads to another.
I think that meant to be leads.
Leads to another. My team was chosen to lead the investigation. And tell me who's in charge of the case. Me. Then there's the Banshee lady or your patron with some information I wouldn't have thought of. The dead tree stuff, the fairy market, information I wouldn't have remembered on my own.
Right?
And now we know why I keep losing my lighter, right? How are they not connected? Tell me.
Well, if you list them all in order like that.
I'm telling you, the boss, that place is calling for me. The case is made for me. But they really picked the wrong guy. I'm just real bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know.
But I've always thought you're pretty good at handling ambiguity, officer.
Oh no, oh my god. Yep, when it comes to supernatural stuff, because we don't know enough about what's real and what's not. What will they do? Will they hurt us? Do they bring bad luck? Good luck? What's the truth? Who knows?
Maybe you should take the day off and catch up on your sleep.
Huh? What's that?
No, nothing. You know, another patron of mine suggested a documentary to watch.
Yeah?
The focus was on interesting drinks from around the world. You could find everything from the mundane to the extreme. From local comforts to really special stuff. And I keep thinking one particular drink might interest you.
Oh?
Excuse me. It's something like a protection drink. It's made of coffee, honey, lemon, and a slew of other ingredients.
Protection from what, though?
From evil spirits and bad luck. Bad luck, I think. Maybe it'll help ease your mind a bit.
I gotcha. But nah, boss. Even if the whole situation is haunted, there shouldn't be any evil spirits. Right?
I wouldn't know, but I might need your lighter.
What for?
Well, the drink needs to be lit up. I just think your lighter might give it the extra magic boost it needs, compared to just using regular flame I could do.
Yeah, what are you gonna make me anyway? Nah, I trust you. Here.
Officer George's lighter. It exudes an interesting feel.
Okay then, make me this magical drink you've learned of us.
Do I need to give it back to him? There's coffee, honey, and lemon. Quemada! 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 It's quemada, as spicy as hot! And he's already free. Oh, he's not.
Oh wow, the drink does light up, huh?
Yep, this is special just for you. So don't tell anybody.
Roger that.
Here you go. Oof, careful.
Dang, not us. This is really something else. You sure it's okay to drink?
I have no idea. But I'll take the responsibility of if anything happens.
Ha! I'm just being silly, aren't I? Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff, not boss. You've even made me eat this crazy drink to make me feel better.
Don't say that. I'm always happy to help however I can.
Thanks. Man, at least with crooks, you can actually deal directly with them, you know? Not the case with apparitions.
Not with that attitude.
Huh?
Who's this? Hard-boiled device achievement. Modern problems without modern solutions. Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual elbow grease. I won't make that. Achievement. Make that mistake again. I'm gonna give this person.
McQueen? Is that you?
Oh, okay. Well, his name then. Okay, well. Hello, Williams. Hello, Williams. It's been a while.
It is you. The surprises just keep coming this week.
Let me go over that. You know each other?
More or less. We're brunch buddies. We were brunch buddies.
Brunch buddies?
Brunch buddies.
I feel like I'm meant to say brunch buddies in that same serious tone. I don't like to talk about it. I still get nightmares.
I feel ya. I wasn't sure we were gonna make it out alive.
We were truly the lucky ones.
Without a doubt.
I'll just take both of your words for it. Good. Because I don't like to talk about it.
So, what brings you here, Detective? Surely it's not the coffee.
Secret police reasons. I've not read the briefing yet, but enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problems.
Yeah?
You need to bust a ghost?
Oh. Well, busting might be a bit much. I was just talking to us about getting over my fear of that stuff. Excuse me.
And ghosts.
Something like that. I'm weak against ghostly looking stuff. I get freaked out easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bourne Street the other day.
Ah, I remember that.
Eh. I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's a no-no in my book. It even pains me to admit that out loud.
And my cat Logan has the zoomies down. Sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. Other times it's ghosts.
How do you do it, Detective? Your cases, man. I'd have probably lost all my hair by now if I were you.
I try not to think about it all that much. And when I do think about it, I think, who else would it? Nobody, that's who.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, once you get over the dead part, it's just like you and me. Look, I remember this one case. We were investigating the haunted apartment. This lady, her husband, had recently passed away. Wasn't moving on, if you get my drift. Real deadbeat. Couldn't take a hint. Anyway, we had to go in and exercise the place, right? The husband, he's caught wind, and he's retreated into the basement. I won't get into the technicalities of it, but it's harder to get a ghost out of a basement or an attic. It's all about angles, really. I mean, I get it. That used to be his home, all that stuff is still there, it's hard, I get that. So I'm slowly going down the stairs to try and coax him out. Bam, next minute all this romantic music is playing, and the whole place is lit by spotlight, basic sensory illusions, classic ghost tricks. Then before I know what hit me, I'm sitting at this pottery wheel and he's behind me and... Wait, isn't this the plot of the 1990 film Ghost? Oh. Maybe? We had a movie night at work and I dozed off before it started. So I must have slipped into my subconscious.
Riveting.
It's a big guy. Hey, detective. Hey, people I don't know. Did you get your important errand sorted? I sure did. Duly, I can see crumbs stuck to your face. That's just the rain. It's very bready rain. And you're spilling all over your top. That's blood from a gunshot. It's healed up though. Wow. You're literally holding the receipt from the donut shop. That's why they pay you the big bucks, detective. So, what did I miss? We're talking about getting rid of Officer Williams' fear of ghosts.
Hey!
Ghosts?
Yeah, you're afraid of them, right, Julie?
No idea. Never met one.
We stopped a ghost riot.
Ghosts aren't real.
So you don't need to be scared of them. Easy. There you go, I guess. Sorry, that wasn't much help. Nah. What you said, they're just... What you said, that they're just like us? That's a good thing to be reminded of.
Exactly. They used to be alive, just like us. As long as they don't try to eat, possess, violently murder you, you should be fine.
Very reassuring.
Just talk to them. Feel their culture, listen to their issues, and spectral whales. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside. Which should be easy since you can see through them.
I thought you didn't believe in ghosts.
It's best not to overthink anything he says.
I certainly don't. Huh. Well, thanks for the advice. I think it'll help.
Our pleasure. Now, Dooley, I think we should read that case briefing and find out why we're here.
I already did. Oh?
Turns out we're meant to arrest the person driving that taxi. Taxi? Instead of taking it all the way to Seattle, and yes. Why? The driver was a chupacabra. Okay, let's get out of here, Dooley. Good luck, officer.
Thanks, McQueen, a lot. You too, Officer Dooley.
Bye, guy. Good luck with your rat problem or whatever. Bye, Coffee Wizard. Take care. Called Coffee Wizard. That was quite something.
Well, what do you know, now, boss? Looks like my good luck is back. I feel like $1 million now.
I'm very glad you do.
Thanks anyway, not boss.
I really did nothing much. Are you going to be okay?
Okay enough to start thinking about what to do next. I'm done here for the night. You have a good evening, alright?
Please keep me updated, officer, and stay safe.
Will do.
Alright then. Maybe I'll go check the stock and... Uh-oh. Someone came in. Oh man, I thought it was gonna be another episode. I'm tired. I'm tired of the voices. It's Riona. Welcome. I'm tired. My voice. I thought that was the end of it. Okay. Miss Riona, welcome.
Hello.
How's the traffic out there?
It's a mess. There's construction work taking place on Lenora Avenue.
Oof. I can imagine the gridlock already.
Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today.
That's great. I'm happy you're here. So, anything I can make for you this evening?
I'd like something for my throat. I would appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon and a touch of honey.
Ah! Tea, honey, lemon. Flavor was Midsummer's Night Dream? No. I need to trash that. Tea, lemon, honey. Midsummer's Night Dream. A cup of warm Midsummer Night's Dream for you. That's what we call it here.
How whimsical. It's wonderful. Sweet but well balanced. The lemon and the slight bitterness of the tea completes the taste. Thank you.
You're so very welcome. By the way, we just missed Officer Georgie by a few seconds.
Is that so? How is he?
He's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually.
Oh?
He's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment.
I see. Would you mind doing me a favor?
Oh, what do you need?
Could you give my contact information to him? We only connected via Bluetooth last time, so...
Oh? An email address and phone number are written on it, belonging to, Leona Sheeran. A piece of a blue card with an email address and phone number written on it.
What I said a few days ago may have been a bit overwhelming. It is possible that I spoke more than was necessary. All because I couldn't help but feel a pang of bitterness, knowing what happened to the tree.
That's entirely understandable, though.
But it's not my intention to interfere with his work. As such, if he requires any assistance, please do let me know. It is the least I could do, as I realized there would be plenty of difficulty obtaining information. Oh, I mean, because Officer Georgie is a human. As we semi-physical beings have our own way of sharing information as such.
I understand what you mean.
Okay. I just do not wish to incriminate anything or anyone.
It's fine, I get it.
I'm glad.
The store. I'd say you've already helped him out in more ways than one.
Sorry, did you say something? I was zoning out a little.
No, nothing. I'll pass this off to him.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bad traffic side, how are you?
To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind of late. And I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic.
You know I'm all ears.
That may actually be part of the problem, I am afraid.
Pardon? Pardon?
You know, I've held conversations with more individuals over the past week than I have in the past few years.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
It's troubling.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. It's just, I used to believe I had had a settled life protector. But I have been doubting it lately.
How come?
I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday.
Ooh, any good news?
No. Our fields are admittedly quite different, so I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance, even though they had no direct connection to the audience I am trying to reach.
I see.
She explained clearly why she thinks I should contact them, however, which I am thankful for.
That's very thoughtful of her. So, what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself?
In essence, the advice is to slowly increase my network, to make myself known.
Oh?
Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You can probably guess my concern about it.
I think so, but you could give me a refresher, just so I don't misunderstand.
I feel like that would be a shortcut, so to speak.
Right?
She did, however, remind me of an important and humbling fact.
What would that be?
Well, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you're really sure the so-called shortcut is 100% going to work. Because you'll have to do way more than just make a few calls and waiting for callbacks, you know?
I'd say that's a decent impression of her.
Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experiences, both the good and the bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning. Then it's either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there to develop connections with the right people. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly see how it's worked out for her. Then I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting.
Right? I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try her suggestion then?
I don't know.
Is it difficult?
No more than sending reels to every audition I've come across and being rejected by every single one. But for some reason, I feel conflicted about it. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence, although perhaps it was more like a necessity.
Oh, did something happen?
He was stuck.
Pardon?
Actually, he posted about it on social media last night.
Oh? I might have seen it.
Did you? I came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. Then he called me almost immediately. He was loud,
All sounds in order.
and extremely drunk.
Really?
He denied it at first, but it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly, deep in thought, and entered Cary Park without realizing he had done so. He must have been some deep thinking he was doing,
Because I think it rained pretty hard last night.
well, I wouldn't know. The bus to and from there is currently not operating after 10 p.m., which is why I sent him a message informing him of that fact, as he seemed to be unaware of it.
Right.
So he called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transport nearby.
Wouldn't it have been easier for him to just call a cab?
He told me he wanted to know the city better.
At midnight?
Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark yourself.
Touche. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. Okay, I'm back. And I might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking.
Wasn't it partying? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. It appears he had dinner with his team, and he needed the extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new direction.
Oh. I see. I suppose it didn't go as expected.
Perhaps, and I know that feeling all too well.
Miss.
However, he said he will keep negotiating till they reach a compromise.
That's good.
Is it though? Miss Rachel told me about the hoops she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his actions.
Why'd I open it?
How can they still be so positive?
What do you mean?
I just cannot picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost wanted to ask, why do we have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed or fail? Can't talent speak for itself? But if I truly believed that, with the number of rejections I have received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I?
Right, that's why it doesn't work that way.
What do you mean?
To let talent speak for itself, we would all have the same standards.
I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if it were standardized, wouldn't it? However, doesn't that imply that everything still depends on the whims of the individual judging you at the moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel or Mr. Lucas manage to be fine with that?
Perhaps because they don't see it as the be-all and end-all.
What do you mean?
Rather than viewing them as judges with the authority to determine their fates, perhaps they simply see them as hills to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense. Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies.
But it's not an easy climb to climb. It's not easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before.
Therefore, it's good to try and find out what works for you, or ask for guidance or assistance even.
Because one can't possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles, or be able to safely recognize warning signs without first learning about them from others. Is that what you're trying to say? I see. Still.
Miss Riona?
Yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts.
You're fine, I promise. But speaking of Mr. Lucas, what happened to him after the call?
I picked him up and drove him home.
Whoa, but I thought you were located in Bellevue.
I am. But I still had unfinished business in the downtown area. Moreover, he suddenly began singing quite loudly nearing the end of our call, which led me to conclude that it would be best for me to go and fetch him.
I see. How was his singing, in your opinion?
It wasn't too bad. If not for the fact that he was screaming most of the lyrics, that is.
Well,
his hoodie was soaked when I arrived, so he had to take it off before getting into my car. Thankfully, the water did not completely soak through his shirt, so he remains relatively dry. However, I still had to lay down the seat covers as his fur got rather wet.
I hope he didn't get sick then.
I should go now.
Alright, will you be okay?
I have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns, Net Boss.
No problem at all. Anytime.
Have a good evening then, Net Boss.
Come back again soon. Te Yahero Rosella, steeped with roasted ginger with a touch of honey, perfect for rainy evenings. Friday, September 29th, 2023. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. But just in case it, skips this, at least it's pretty. Research responds over alleged algae invasion. Dwarfira Tech teams up with Gull Mix Industries to produce self-healing concrete technology. Alien sightings increase. Is this an invasion? I can't press start now. Save game. Yes. Alright. I'm going to end it here. Thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you all later.
Goodbye.